the 5-minute video podcast. All things e-commerce, digital, omni-channel, direct-to-consumer for the consumer packaged goods industry. Often when Dawn and I are up and about in the industry at seminars, conferences, colleagues we work with, people we interact with in the industry, we get asked a very important question, one that sometimes almost seems mystical and difficult to decompose, and today we're going to address them. What is this topic? This topic is digital talent. Are they magical? Do they require special skill sets? Are they different from anybody else, and where can you find them? So, keeping in mind we will be discussing talent, let's get to it. Here's question number 1 for you. What is the single most important trait in a talent that you just know as a leader, whether you're in sales, marketing, supply chain, logistics, that this is the best candidate for you to be in the field of digital and lead your e-commerce growth?
Great question, Sri. You know, when it comes to digital today and our organizations and big CPGs, I would say the number one trait that I would look for is an individual who is comfortable being uncomfortable. Now, let me explain on that a bit. Digital is quite ambiguous in many fronts today. It's changing under our feet literally daily, weekly, quarterly, which used to occur more on the year metrics. The skill sets to deal with that, the skill sets to thrive in that are different. So I would say the number one trait that I would pick is someone who is comfortable being uncomfortable, someone who can simplify complexity, and someone who can put the simplified tactics into a quantifiable action plan. Those traits are highly important to be successful in digital today.
In the world of brick and mortar, talent appeared to be clear-cut and straightforward. If you're acquiring talent for sales, you look for people who can sell. If you are acquiring talent for marketing, you look for people who can actually dazzle the consumer. In this new world of digital, has that talent actually come together? Are marketing and selling the same? Are the skill sets and the various characteristics the same between marketing and selling, Don?
You know what, Sri? That's a very interesting point. I would say that more than any other time in any other functional area, the skill sets to be successful have blended more in digital than anything else I've ever seen. What digital talent today, in my experience, that has thrived in organizations are individuals that have a combination of experiences in their background. They might have had several years in sales. They might have had several years in customer marketing. They might have had several years of brand marketing, other functional areas. Very often, I've seen individuals that are multifaceted in their experiences do well in digital. It's so complex today and changing as we speak. Individuals that have the skill sets that allow them to pull from a wide range of experiences are more successful in digital than those that have spent their entire career in either sales or marketing or whatever, any other functional area.
Having been raised in India, I'm going to come right back to magic and mystery. So Don, help us, tell us, is there anything magical or mysterious about digital talent these days?
Well, Sri, as you know, I'm not from India. I'm from South Carolina, although a big fan of magic. I would say I acknowledge the point that you just made about a sense of there's mystique around digital talent. And I would say that is not true. I would say that is quite honestly the furthest thing from the truth. There's nothing mythical, magical. They don't ride on unicorns. What I would say is digital talent is developing literally as we speak. And I would say on a monthly, quarterly basis, we're seeing a development of digital talent at a rate that is faster than any other functional area that is already matured. So I would say what is very important if you're in talent acquisition, if you are leading digital for your organization and you're in the hiring phase of various functional teams, it is very, very important to find individuals that can help you simplify complex, that are quite honestly very comfortable with the degree of ambiguity in a space, that can establish some processes, procedures, depending on where you're at, where your organization is at, and then an ability to action upon that. Digital is no different than any other functional area. It's just developing in front of our eyes. And it's very important for companies as they're scaling teams, whether it's 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, to make sure that they are looking for the right talent.
We got one more final question for you, Don, for this episode 3 of the eTalk featuring Don and Shri. But before we get there, just a reminder, you can catch us here, 5-minute video podcast. It's called the eTalk every Monday on LinkedIn. So Don, here's the final question for you for today. Where does one find digital talent for CPG in the industry?
Thanks, Shri. I would look in one of two places. I would look either at retail partners of mine who have established success in digital and talent at that with those retail partners who has really stood out to me as it related to my brand or as it related to peers of mine and success they've seen with brands of theirs. Really looking for an individual that's pushing the envelope, really looking for someone who is, as we've talked about many times earlier in this video, an individual that is comfortable with ambiguity, an individual that is putting simplified action plans based off complexity that exists into the market and actioning it. We all know there's great individuals at our retail partners that have exhibited those traits. Or I would look at successful brands, perhaps that I compete against, who have established a framework in digital that's allowed them to grow ahead of the market and allowed them to grow ahead of their competition. Those would be the two places that I would look